protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The banking system is safe. Your deposits will be there when you need them.
Now, we've heard that from the president. We've heard that from Powell. We've heard that from everybody. The banks are safe. And remember, we started out first with SVB, and then we heard that from then Signature Bank. Those two got hit at the same time. Right after that, hey, everything's fine. This is it. It's pretty much over now. Wake up the next morning, First Republic. Oh, don't worry about that. Hey, we just forgot about that one. I mean, it's unbelievable. Then, Credit Suisse, UBS going to buy them. Oh, they're okay. They're just good friends. They want to merge. Oh, okay. And then this morning, Horizon. Oh, it's really over after that. And then here's what's amazing. It's like there's a big disconnect. There's a huge disconnect. So, remember Meta went up 500 points the other day? Remember, there's three stocks that you know they're going to go up. There's three stocks that are supporting this whole stock market, right? Meta, Apple, and Microsoft. And when Meta went up, I told my members, do not chase this market. We got to make sure that the spiders hit 430 and the Qs hit 330. Don't chase these. And sure enough, after Meta finished, there was no follow-through. You got to have a follow-through. When you have a key reversal in a stock market, where we've been going straight down for over 395 days, and when we hit that October low, we haven't gone anywhere. We've gone about 15%. I showed you the chart the other day. I'll show you it again. I mean, are you kidding me? People were celebrating. People were happy. Oh, boy, yeah, look, Apple's going up, just like Meta. Well, what'd you expect they're going to do? Go down? Everybody in the world's in those stocks. They're called tourist stocks. But when you look at this chart I have up on my screen, you got to remind yourself something's wrong. Just because Meta went up, and you notice Meta had no follow-through, you're going to find now Apple's not going to have any follow-through. Now, we were in Apple. I mean, we are in Apple. We are in Meta. We are in all those stocks. And when Meta rallied, I had my members sell into it and take the majority of their profits. Today, same thing. You don't buy Apple. You don't add to Apple. You take profits into Apple until we can see if there's going to be a follow-through. There was no follow-through in Meta. Why are we going to be so lucky to think there's going to be a follow-through in Apple? Because, again, a key reversal is that first day you get that big volume. The second day, the volume's got to be higher than the first day. And here's the key. here's that part they call key reversal. The third day, you got to have that volume, which is energy, which is gasoline that drives the stock. That day, the third day, if that volume is not larger in combining those 2 days, the first 2 days, it's going to go down. There's no follow through. Now, today, also, it's like the herd mentality. It's unbelievable. And so I also point out to my gang today, take a look at Microsoft. Look at the volume. Look at the volume. We got more sellers than we got buyers. Look at JP Morgan. Look at the volume. We got more sellers than we have buyers. Why? Because the big institutions aren't participating. Why? Because, again, the market hasn't gone anywhere in 2 years. From May 5th of 2021 to May 5th of 2023, the stock market is the same place now than it was 2 years ago. Because after the crash, and you can see it right here, after the crash, the market only rallied up about 15-20% of that 38% drop and stopped dead. And that wasn't because the new buyers came in, or the institutions, or the hedge funds, or the big banks said, let's buy your insurance company, let's buy some more stock. No, they were covering their short positions. So I don't know what people are thinking about. If a stock market's not going up, it's in the same place, it's stuck there for 2 years, doesn't that register that the big boys aren't playing the game? They're not buying the stocks. They're way overvalued. So today, what did you think? Apple wasn't going to go up? Of course it's going to go up. Now, the problem is Apple has already reported, Microsoft has already reported, Meta's reported, Google's reported, the 5 biggest banks reported, and guess what? We can't hit the target. We can't hit, the spiders can't reach 430, hasn't so far, nor the Qs. Hit 330. And it's not enough to hit there. You want them to hit, you want them to go through and then hold for at least 2 weeks to prove it's sustainable. We're at this most crucial point in the stock market, and people see Apple go up today. Instead of doing what we're doing, selling into it, they're getting in for the first time. And let me remind you, look at Starbucks. What happened to Starbucks? Here, I'll put it up on my chart for you. Starbucks. I mean, this is just incredible. I'll put it up. If you're following me, I know a lot of you do. Okay, on my chart, I'll put it up right now for you. Look at how Starbucks collapsed. Look how it collapsed. You know why it collapsed like that? And you're going to see that happen with McDonald's. You're going to see it with Meta. You're going to see it with Microsoft. Because the young generation, they're not looking for defensive stocks like Johnson & Johnson, or Philip Morris or any of that garbage. They want to be in tech. They want to be in Apple and Google and Microsoft. Now think 2 things. Think about this. Everybody wants to be in Microsoft, Meta, and Apple. And everybody wants to be in JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and Morgan Stanley, or Citi. So you have these 3 to 4 stocks, 3 stocks, 4 banks, and that's it. That's what's holding everything up. And what's the most dangerous thing is the banks. Jamie Dimon, okay, or any one of those CEOs, they make one mistake. Not only will they take the whole country down with them, they'll take the whole globe down with them. The entire globe, the financial system across the whole globe will go down. I mean, you talk about walking a tightrope. And when people today see them, why don't we should make Meta a holiday. Why don't we make Meta a holiday? Yeah, that'd be good. I think that's what we should do. Meta a holiday. We'll make it, right after, one day after New Year's, so we get an extra day.
I just never see more people set themselves up for failure because they just don't know what they're doing, and they're following these people on Wall Street. And you know what? Now they're cutting credit. They're tightening credit. They're not going to be giving loans. And you think this market's going to just keep going up? What are you, nuts? Tightening credit? You know what that means? I'll tell you when we get back. Join my gang, Phil's gang, so you'll always be right, up or down in the market.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member. and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So I'm going to show you, if you have access to a laptop or whatever, if you're following me, I'm going to put up a chart. I'm putting up one right now. I'm going to show you something that nobody thinks about. First of all, why is it that gold is the only one that's broken through what we call the 50% rule? It's making a new high. Techs aren't. Look at the Qs. They still can't break through. You get two stocks that rally, Meta and Apple. What do you think they were going to do? Not rally? That's not going to move the market. Not going to move the market. You remember the stock market, you got to go and take a look. Look at the spiders. You got to go from the high in November to the low in October. And it's off that low about, let's say, 15, 20%. It can't break through the halfway mark, we'll call it. Take the high, the low, split it in half. That's called the 50% rule. And they aren't able to get through that 50%. The Qs, look at the Qs. Same thing, can't get through the 50%. I'm showing it right now on my screen. The banks are really screwed. Look at this. The banks can't even reach 50%. They did, and then they dropped all the way back. And you think I'm going to jump in and buy Apple? Put more shares on? No. We got into Apple when nobody wanted Apple. We've been in Apple a long time. It's one of our stocks. They're always in. Apple. But take a look at gold. Gold has made a new high. The only one. Not XLF, not the banks, not the tech stocks, and not the spiders. You've got to understand what that's telling you. The market is sending you a message. Just because somebody looks at the market today and the Dow's up 580, well, that's what we saw with Meta. But it didn't follow through. Let me show you what a follow through looks like. And again, if you can't see this, I get it. If you can't see it, that's fine. But it's archived. It'll be archived tonight. And take a look at it tonight. It's very important to look at. Very important to look at. So if you take, I'm going to put up right now Meta. Okay. Look when Meta gapped up last Thursday. Wow. Holy camoly. People were going nuts. They thought it was the new world was being born. People were going to take their house, sell it, take all the cash, and buy Meta. Really? Look what happened. There's no follow-through. No follow-through. And what did I tell you? When you have a big move up, the volume that moves that up, the second day's got to be higher than the first day. The third day's got to be higher. That's called a reversal. That's just technical. If you don't have that, it's over. Look, there was no follow-through. And now Meta every day has been going down. 243, right? 238, 236, 233. Why? There's no buyers. Well, who are the buyers? The buyers are the big insurance companies. The big hedge funds. They're not going to buy these stocks. They're doing what we're doing. We've already made our money in these stocks. Now we're going to turn around
when this thing craters, and we're going to short it. We're going to short them because these are going to go down big. These are the first ones that are going to go down. Meta, Apple, Microsoft, and Google. Because we got too many people in those stocks that are tourists. They're not investors, they're tourists. And the minute that stock starts dropping, they will panic, and they're going to get a call because they're leveraged. And they say a margin call. Oh, you'll see. But my point is, when you don't get a follow through, now let's go take today, and we'll put up Apple. It's one of the stocks, and you can see. Look, we've been in several times. We got into Apple. I'll give it to you right here. We got into Apple several times. The last time we got in was around $152. And then, so it went from 152 up to about 169. We had a nice 11%. That's just one of the rallies we caught. Then it pulled back a little bit, but our color-coded chart stayed green. Everything was still set to stay with it. Don't get out of it. And then Apple gaps up today. The first thing I did, I said to my members, sell into it. Don't get out totally, but take most of your profits because, again, we got to see on Monday, is there a follow-through? All right. So this will be here for you tonight, be archived so you can see that. And you can also see, look at the volume on JP Morgan. Wow. Look at that. Terrible volume today. If you look at the volume on Microsoft, look at the selling compared to the buying. We got far more sellers in Microsoft than we have buyers. We have, again, Meta. We got far more sellers in the last 4 days than buyers. See, people don't look at this. Google, far more sellers. You just take the last 5 days. We got far more sellers in Google than we do buyers. That tells you a lot. All right, so we also heard this.
Before discussing today's meeting, let me comment briefly on recent developments in the banking sector. Conditions in that sector have broadly improved since early March, and the U.S. banking system is sound and resilient.
No, that's not true at all. It's not sound. It's not resilient. There's about 222 banks, regional banks, that are going to go down. But you're not hearing about them because the Federal Reserve, with the FDIC, is getting buyers. They're 5 biggest or 8 biggest banks, and they're just going in and cherry picking their assets and keeping everything just calm, right? Like no big deal is going on. Well, a big deal is going on. It's like a volcano underneath. It's ready to blow. And then, I mean, this is crazy. Then this is another one. This is what really gets me about the banking. Listen to what he says. And when I get back, I'm going to play this cut for you when I get back. They knew these banks were going to go down a year before they went down. They knew it. So why'd they let them go down? I'll tell you when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, You'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Tell us what the Federal Reserve Board did in the wake of that February presentation where you were informed that Silicon Valley Bank and other banks were experiencing interest rate risks.
They got on the phone with their brokers. What do you think? Sell short. What the hell you think they did? God, is he dumb? That's what they did. But listen to Powell.
Tell us what the Federal Reserve Board did in the wake of that February presentation where you were informed that Silicon Valley Bank and other banks were experiencing interest rate risks.
Sure. So the February 14th presentation, I didn't remember it very well, but now, of course, I've gone back and looked at it very carefully. I did remember it. And what it was a general presentation. It was an informational briefing of the whole board, the entire board. I think all members were there. And it was about interest rate risk in the banks and lots of data. And there was one page on Silicon Valley Bank which talked about the amount of losses mark-to-market losses they had in their portfolio. There was nothing in it about, that I recall anyway, about the risk of a bank run.
My God, that's all. That's what it is. That's it. Gibberish. He didn't remember? Are you kidding? He didn't remember? Just before the bank collapsed? A huge bank? What, 2 weeks? Not even 2 weeks, I don't think it was when we had that meeting. Then it collapsed. He didn't remember. That's like saying somebody my wife caught me cheating on her 3 days ago, and I got home and, boy, did she give me a thrashing. You don't remember. Give me a break. These guys just don't tell the truth. They don't tell you the truth. So that's good because we can make money in the market playing off of this garbage. Unbelievable. Then listen to this.
We certainly don't, and I don't have an agenda to further consolidate banks.
That's a bold-faced lie. Their whole agenda since 2008 has been to consolidate the banks. They've been this bubble. Why do you think they went in and took and Baby Bush, the first thing he did, made sure the biggest banks wouldn't go down, and then he funded these banks, bailed them out by making them a partner with the government through the FDIC, backstopping them, and then they wanted to take and try to. They just want one big bank in this country, for God's sakes. That's what they want. They're doing. Let me ask you: if they didn't want one big bank, and they're really concerned about these banks, like he said, he has no agenda to consolidate banks, then why is he telling the depositors, "Hey, why are you here? Move your money to us, to the Fed. We'll pay you 5%. So one minute he says, we're trying to save the banks. We're trying to save FRC. We're trying to save Signature. No, he wasn't. He was telling depositors, oh, by the way, we'll offer you 5% for 3 months. That's called crowding out. This is all garbage. This is just insanity. Now, understand, as far as the market goes, you've got to believe me when I tell you, okay? Don't do anything just because this is just another meta day, okay? That's all it is. And I truly believe that Apple is going to do the same thing as Meta. It's not going to have a follow-through. There's not going to be a follow-through because we don't have the institutional buyers. We just don't. And, what really angers me about him talking about that meeting, he sat with his board. Wait a minute. Do you know in 2015 they knew the banks were in trouble in 2015? And that's when she started to raise rates. And do you know in 2020, 2021, 2022, they had stress tests. And by the way, as I told you the other day, Silicon Valley Bank, they did their own stress tests a year earlier. I think it was a year. It was a year earlier, and they saw how much trouble they were in. And instead, it was 2 years, and they knew how much trouble they were in. Instead of fixing the bank, they started to take big bonuses out of the bank. Each officer, they took like $85 million in salaries, bigger salaries. And then they went in and loaned themselves $292 million, these officers and directors. So for 2 years, they're skimming the bank, almost $300 million. And then, of course, they were skimming another $85 million in salaries and fees. That's what they were doing because they don't care. There's no incentive to save the bank because they're going to get bailed out. Jamie Dimon's going to come in with his partner, the government, the FDIC, and they're going to together pick the best stuff, the best mortgages with the best credit ratings, and they're going to take those, and then they're going to leave the other crap to us. And that's why things are going to get worse. Look, one thing you can't do,
When you're in a situation like this right now, you can't all of a sudden turn around and say, you know what, we're going to start cut lending now. I mean, think about this. We are in one of the worst situations we've ever been in. A 4-decade high inflation. 4 decades, right? We got the highest debt ever. We got the highest deficits ever. We couldn't be in a worse position. And by the way, these 3 banks, Silicon Valley, Signature Bank, and First Republic Bank, if you take those banks, they did more damage to our economy than all the other 25 banks that went broke in 2008. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So now they're going to go and they're going to tighten credit. So that means there's going to be less lending. That means there's going to be less consumption. What drives our economy? Consumption. 72% of our economy is driven by consumption. Well, there's not going to be consumption because they're tightening loans, so people can't borrow. So that's why, again, we teach here, yes, how to buy stocks, but we also teach the other side of it. The defensive side is not to go and get into Pepsi or get into Clorox. The defensive side is to sell short. And we don't look short term. When we begin the beginning of the year, and I was talking about that with my members today, you've got to look out for 12 months. You can't have an event like last Thursday where the market went up 500 points on Meta, and today where the market went up 500 points on Apple, and think, oh, everything's over with now, everything's all set, these 2 stocks went up. When we have 42-year high inflation, and also the numbers that came in today, the job numbers, they're hotter than they're supposed to be. So Powell's now really screwed up. Now Powell's got to raise rates again. Raise rates again. And the jobs, I don't know if you realize these jobs, all the jobs were these darn service jobs. I have the numbers here. I mean, the service jobs were, and these are low-paying jobs. Healthcare, 39,000 jobs. But wait a minute, I want construction jobs, high-paying construction jobs. Only got 15,000 of those. Are you kidding me? What are you, nuts? And manufacturing only got 11,000 manufacturing jobs. But we got, as far as hospitality, bartenders and waitresses, and 31,000 jobs. We got the jobs in the wrong area. We got too many low-paying jobs. That's another big So, again, I can't believe what Powell is doing. When you go, and here's the bank's going to do in tightening, they're going to all the small businesses in your community and cutting their lines of credit. That's what keeps small businesses alive. They have to, when they buy $100,000 in inventory for their store, they don't have $100,000. They need a line of credit. This guy is so dumb, it's unbelievable. And people are running around chasing Apple today. You got to be in it with us.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, if you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake Business News Network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
All right, thank you. You'll find Steve is one of the best, not one, I think the best teacher. I mean, he's an excellent investor, trader, but you know, you can be a great investor, great trader, but few of them are great teachers, okay? And he's one of the best. I mean, because you keep it simple. Okay, you just keep it simple. You stay with a small group of stocks. You don't go and buy every hot stock. Like we're in Meta, we're in Apple, we're in Microsoft, we're in Google, we're in JP Morgan, we're in all the big banks, the five big banks, the big tech, and we have our portfolio of six stocks, which we have in our six stocks. We have Boeing, Target, We have a nice refinery, MRO. We have gold, AU, which is going to go through the roof. And we have JP Morgan and Apple. And then the other 15 stocks we have, that the best tech stocks, the best bank stocks, the best staples, those are our bonus stocks. So that's all we watch. That's all you need to watch. We only watch the stocks where the big institutions are going. But the big institutions aren't buying anything right now. They're not buying anything right now. That was an institutional buying today. This ended up, I'm saying we got to get a holiday, call it Meta Day, okay? Now we got Apple. Did the same thing as Meta. So now Monday, let's judge it and see if they follow through. I'll bet you they don't. Bet you they don't. So again, when they say that these regional banks are sound, they're not even near sound. They've known for years these banks are going to go under, but they got greedy. They got greedy. Our owners, the 1/100th of 1%, about 1,400 of them, who own the banks, they have the biggest shares of the banks, and the banks own the Federal Reserve, they control them. They wanted inflation, so their assets would go up in value. The Congress wanted inflation because that means the debt they had with China is in dollars. That will move that debt down. So in other words, with so much inflation, if you got $1 million debt, when all of a sudden you don't owe them $1 million anymore, you only owe them $800,000. This was all, they didn't care about Main Street. So, and remember, these regional banks, they're lying to you. These regional banks are in deep trouble. Remember, they hold 70% of that $2.4 trillion commercial real estate debt, which $1.7 trillion is already upside down. But guess what? It's unrecognized. They leave it on the books. Their accounting firms still will write off their audits. They shouldn't. They shouldn't write the audits off. They should say the banks aren't going concerns. But no, they can get away with it. So they haven't even recorded those losses yet. And all these tech stocks, every day they play games. They will drop those yields down to move the tech stocks up today. Monday they'll move the yields up to drive up the banks. But that's okay, because we're ahead of them. We're ahead of them. I mean, that's what you're going to learn here. Like, we got into gold before anybody else got into gold. We were shorting the banks and everybody was still buying them. Then we were buying the banks and everybody started to sell them. Same with the tech stocks. It's the idea is you got to be ahead of it. You got to be going forward. That's what you look at, going forward. And these small regional banks looking forward are in deep trouble because 70% of these commercial loans are with them, and they're going to fail. 1.7 trillion are going to fail. They hold about 40% of all the real estate mortgage debt. And then the small business debt, like the startup business debt. Nobody's talking about that. That's what's going on. For 13 years, these regional banks were purchasing money at 2%. Do you understand? At 2%. Now they can't make money because now those rates went up to 5%. So that means they're paying 8% for their money instead of 2%. And that's why you're going to see about another 200 of these banks go down. But what they're trying to do is go and take their 12 biggest banks, and they're going in and they're capturing all the assets. Because he's lying when he says, we're not here, we don't have an agenda to consolidate banks. Exactly what they have. Because that wasn't the case, then why were they telling people, the depositors, hey, leave the banks and lend us the money here at the Federal Reserve. We'll give you 5% for 3 months. Does that sound like somebody's concerned about the bank not going down? Give me a break. And you got to remember, not only is there a problem with these regional banks that they're holding all this bad debt on commercial loans, remember, all these corporations, we have the largest corporate debt ever, about 16 trillion. They're so levered up because for 13 years they've been buying money at zero rates to buy their own shares, to push the stocks up. And that's how we created this big, huge bubble. Bubbles always break. Meta's going to break. We caught Meta on the upside of the bubble. We caught Apple on the upside of the bubble. We caught JP Morgan on the upside of the bubble. Boeing, Target, Gold, AU on the upside of the bubble. Now we're going to catch them on the downside of the bubble. And what these people do, exactly what they're doing, they'll continue to try to rally this market, taking the yields, playing with those yields, so they can get their big customers out of the market. The big customers out of the market. JP Morgan, he represents, let's say, the Lawyers Association in California. He's got to get them out before this market goes down. That's what they're doing now. That's why you're seeing we're not gaining, we're just staying. We're staying right where we are. I told you, we haven't gone anywhere for 2 years. Anybody with common sense would look at that and say, wait a minute, this market's not going anywhere for 2 years, and I'm buying this stock? And I'm buying a stock that's already up 120%? I'm buying a stock that should be at $15, but yet it's trading at $60? No. See, people get excited. They get that, I got to get in before it goes up. I got to get in before. They don't think about anything else. And all the corporations who levered up on cheap money can't pay it back. They can't pay it back. And they're stuck. They're stuck. Their stock is exploded. It's not worth what it is. They can't sell it. Okay, they can't sell it at the values. The institutions aren't going to come in and buy it. The hedge funds aren't going to come and buy it. And eventually they're just going to have to cut loose and they'll all drop. And that's when we'll be there shorting. Now you got to understand, all these stocks, whether it was Apple or JP Morgan or Microsoft or Boeing or Target, we caught them when nobody else wanted them. We caught them right off the bottom of their stochastics, right off the bottom. You just got to be patient. It's like playing chess. You got to be patient. And you can't follow the crowd. If you follow the crowd, and most people, that's why 85% of people lose money, they follow the herd mentality. Look, when you got historic deficits at $1 trillion and you got historic debt at $31 trillion, and debt and deficits, remember, only 4 times in 53 years have we had deficits. One of those 4 years is under Biden and his administration. Imagine that. And deficits are caused because of too much spending. And they're still spending. I just saw a clip about an hour and a half ago before I came on here where one of the characters in the Democratic Party wants to spend $63 trillion on more green energy. He couldn't even explain it. Senator Kennedy was asked, what are you going to do with the $63 trillion? He couldn't even explain. He said, just give me the $63 trillion and the polar bears aren't going to fall off the ice caps. What? Are you kidding me? Last thing before I leave, always check with durable goods and trade deficits. 2 of your big dealers tell you exactly what to do. They give you such clues, and I'll talk about that on Monday. Have a great weekend. Over the weekend, join my gang. Free for 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.